Hey, today we're going to look at the opportunities, and every challenge presents an opportunity. And one of the times that such a challenge presented itself was before Christ. There was a king that had a challenge because they were making for him items that were made of gold, but he did not know how to know what was real gold and what was not the real gold. So he took one of his men that were were there to be able to he gave that task to one man, and this man took on the challenge because it is only challenges that make champions. So the man began to look at how he could be able to look. He gave him a crown and he said, I want to know if this crown is the real thing. Is it real gold? The name of the man was called Archimedes, and he came up with what is called as the buoyancy principle. The buoyancy principle. And how Archimedes found out this principle is that one time he was taking a bath, and it was in a bathtub, and the water was full, and so as he began to sit, the water began to spill out. And Archimedes looked at this principle, and Archimedes looked at the challenge, and he took the crown and he put the crown, and he saw that the water was still for whatsoever the amount of weight that he placed on the water, or the area of the amount of displacement that he placed on the water was the same way the water would give way. And that is how he came up with the what is now known as the Archimedes principle. And when he found that principle, he took the crown, forgot that he was naked, and he began to run the streets of Greece, and he began to shout, Eureka, 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 meaning, I have found it, I have found it, I have found it. And today, even during this COVID-19, it presents a challenge, and with the challenge comes equal opportunity. So it is a high time for us not just to look at the challenge at itself, but to be able to figure out some opportunities that the challenge comes with. The scripture says that one time Saul was looking for his father's donkey. There was a challenge that was presented to him. He was looking for his father's donkey. And as he was looking for his father's donkey, he came to a place where there was a prophet, and he said, let us go to the prophet and inquire of him. Maybe he will know where the donkeys are. And as he got there, the prophet told him that you're going to be the king of Israel. Why? Because someone who is searching always finds an answer. And as Saul was searching, he got into his eureka moment. He was anointed as the king of Israel. He was anointed as the king of Israel. And it is very important for us to be able to look at this. Philip said this in John chapter 1, verse 43, that come, we have found him, that the scripture talks about, the Messiah, that Moses talked about. He is the Messiah. Come and see him. Because he had found him. If he had not found a thing, but he had found the one. They found the one, Jesus Christ. And Jesus asked, when there was a challenge also, when people were asking, and Jesus asked them, who do people say I am? And he told them, some say you're a prophet, some say you're John the Baptist, and people had different solution to this answer to this particular. And Jesus turned to his disciples and said, and you, who do you say I am? And Peter said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And through this revelation, the church of Jesus Christ is still established until now, that Jesus Christ is the Son of the living God. And at times there comes revelations or discoveries that totally transform the lives of people. The Archimedes principle is still talked about many years, and he's way gone. But the principle that he found is still talked about. Peter, the revelation that was revealed to him by the Spirit of God is still talked about until today. Every challenge presents with it an opportunity. And right now, my prayer is that even during this time, we may be able to identify the opportunities. We may be able to discover things that not only will transform you, but will transform generations to come. Generations to come will thank God that you lived because of the eureka moment that you're going to have. And my prayer today is that we may be able to have a eureka moment, each and every one of us, even during this time. That in the annals of history, if Jesus tarries, they will talk of you. They will talk of the discovery that you found. They will talk of the revelation that you found. They will talk of the truth that you found. Because you have gotten a eureka moment. Archimedes was so excited that he got out from the bathtub with the crown and forgot that he was naked. And he began to shout in the streets of Greece, "Eureka!"